Jai Sri Gurudev. Good morning, children. So, after completing Unit 10, the story The Prince and the Pauper, and Unit 11, poem The Quarrel, today I am going to teach you Unit 12, the story The Stone Cutter. And also, I send the Unit 9 and Unit 11 unit test questions to you. Children, you have to write in your any home rough note. I hope you are all are writing. So let's get started. Unit 12, story name is The Stone Cutter, page number 99 in your textbook. First I will read the story, then I will tell the summary of the story. Listen carefully. The Stone Cutter. One of the easiest ways to be happy in life is to be satisfied with what you have. Instead of thinking about those who are richer than you, think about those who are poorer. The more you desire, the less happy you will become. Now read a story about a stonecutter who was initially happy with his life. Let's find out what happens when he starts desiring a better life. So children, in this story, the one person who was stonecutter, they are given, it is a Japanese folk tale story. Children, whatever you have to live in your life, you should be happy about that one. Satisfied and happy about that much what you have. You should not think more richer and should not think more poorer. So let's get started the story. Once upon a time there lived a stonecutter who went every day to a great rock in the side of a big mountain. His job was to cut out slabs for gravestones and houses. He was very good at his work and knew the uses and qualities of all the different kinds of stones. His mastery in his work ensured him many customers. However, he did not complain about working hard and led a simple life with very few luxuries. In the mountains lived a spirit that would appear to men occasionally. The spirit helped many men to become rich. So children, in this story, the stonecutter his work is to cut the rock from big mountain, and he was to cut the slabs for gravestones. Gravestones means those who are dead people, they have to put in the dig after they put the stones upon that one. That name is gravestones. He was very good about his work, and he used to make good qualities of different kind of stone. So the people are very happy about his work, and he was made sure about whatever he was doing the work about many customers. But he doesn't have any complaint about his life. Why he didn't get more luxuries. He was very happy about his few luxuries. So in the mountain there lived a spirit who appeared occasionally to men, and also he helped two men to become rich. Now next start. However, the stonecutter who had never turned the page, children, 100, no luxuries and had no complaint about his life, did not believe in such spirits, but a time was coming when he learned to change his opinion. One day the stonecutter carried gravestones to a rich man's house. There he saw all kinds of beautiful things. He had never even imagined such things before. Soon his work became harder and heavier. He grew dissatisfied with his life. Then one day he said to himself, "Oh, if only I were a rich man and could sleep in a bed with silk curtains and golden tassels, how happy I would be." And lo, the mountain spirit heard the words of the stonecutter. "Your wish is heard, a rich man you shall be." At the sound of the voice, the stonecutter looked around but could see nobody. He spoke aloud, "I must be tired enough to start hearing voices. I will go home and rest. I can finish my work later. The stonecutter, before seeing the rich man's house, would have never done such a thing. Things were changing slowly. When he reached the little house he lived in, he could not believe his eyes. His old wooden house was gone, and its place was a big palace, and in it were all the comforts he had never ever even imagined. There was a even the bed, which was more comfortable and better than the one in the rich man's house. He soon forgot his old life. He did not need to work as hard as he used to, as he had become rich. The summer came, and with it the sunrise began to blaze. One day it was so hot that the stonecutter said, "It is too hot to work. I will stay at home till evening, where the curtains stop the rays of the sun from entering the house and keep it cool." But since the stonecutter had never learned to entertain himself, he grew bored. Soon even the protection of the curtains was not enough, and he suffocated in the big palace. He peeped outside into the street and saw a prince sitting in a carriage drawn by servants. He was shielded by a big golden umbrella. So, children, after that, what happened? When he came to the mountain, he was telling himself, "I want to become." I didn't. Say, he came to work, and when he went to his customer house, he was thinking what he didn't say before, and he was thinking himself, "If I would be rich person, I'll be like that." That voice, the mountain spirit was heard his voice, and after that he was become a rich man. And when he came to his old house, poor house, that was become a big palace, and he was living there. But after that, what happened? There also he was getting problem. What? The curtain was getting, the sunlight was getting the curtain, and he was not getting any entertainment, anything else. Just he was getting bored. And suddenly, whenever he was seeing anything, it was not enough for him. Next, children, 101. Softly but longing, the stonecutter whispered, "Oh, if I were only a prince, I would be carried out around by the servants with a big umbrella to protect me. How happy I would be!" The mountain spirit heard him, and the prince he became. The stonecutter was now carried around in the carriage by servants and had a glorious umbrella to shade him. However, he soon noticed that the rays of the sun could still burn the grass he had planted, and also made him more tanned. In anger, the stonecutter said aloud, "The sun is mightier than I am. I wish I could be the sun." Once more the mountain spirit said, "Your wish is heard. The sun you shall be." Now he felt powerful. He shone brightly, sometimes too brightly that the grass burned, and both the rich and the poor grew darker every day. Again, what happened? He was from his window. He was watching. The prince was going with servants. So he also thinking, if I would become a prince, I also can go with servants. Nobody can touch me. But the mountain spirit was listening that one, and he would become a prince. But when he would become a prince, again he was thinking, see the sunlight also I am getting now. I want to become a more brighter than sun. Again the mountain spirit was heard that voice, and he became a sun. And after that, what happened? He started to burn everything, like his plants and grass also. Next, children, page number 102. Before the stonecutter grew bored and dissatisfied, his anger became uncontrollable. One day, when he cloud covered the sun, the stonecutter was outraged. "How dare a cloud cover me? It is more powerful than me. If it is, then I want to be a cloud." Like before, the mountain spirit answered, "Your wish is heard. A cloud you shall be." When he became a cloud, he did not let the sun rays shine too brightly. Because of him, the earth grew green and flowers blossomed. But like before, he grew bored and made it rain for weeks. It rained so heavily that rivers flooded, and villages and towns were destroyed. Only the great rock on the mountain stood. This angered the stonecutter, who now thought the rock was mightier than him. He made a wish that the spirit said, "Your wish is heard, a rock you shall be." And the rock he was, and gloried in his power. He stood proud and heard. Neither the heat of the sun nor the force of the rain could affect him. "This is the best, I am the strongest now," he said. Then one day he heard a trembling and shuddering noise, and he looked down. What he was angered him. So children, what happened after that? When he was became a son, he was start to burn everything, and that time he was thinking, if it is covered, suddenly that covered with the cloud. He is thinking, cloud is more stronger than me, so I want to become a cloud. And he wanted the spirit became him a cloud. Again that happened, the cloud is giving the rain, and rain is affected towns, cities, everything, destroyed everything. So he next time he was thinking, oh, cloud is the this compared than cloud, that what that one, rock will stop everything to cloud, rain, whatever. Oh, that rock is more stronger than me, so I want to become a rock. Again the spirit made him a rock. Now this is the best, the strongest. Now he was thinking, now this is the strongest. A young stonecutter was trying to break a piece of him with his small tools. Soon a block of rock broke off. The great big rock, one who once was a stonecutter, cried out in anger, "Is a mere child of earth mightier than a rock? Oh, if I were only a man!" And the mountain spirit answered, "Your wish is heard. A man once more you shall be." He was once again a man, a mere stonecutter who worked day and night to earn his living. However, this time the old stonecutter was once again happy to be just himself. He no longer slept on a crusty bed, nor was carried round servants. He no longer wished to somebody to something else. He no longer wished to be greater and mightier than other people. He was now completely happy with his life, and never ever heard the voice of the mountain spirit again. So after that, when he was became a rock, he started to break one by one. That time he was telling, oh, once I would cut the rock. Now I am become a rock. So better like that only I can cut it. So I will become a man. That on next time also the spirit was heard the voice, and he became that old man. So children, after that he understood and realized, whatever I was, I have to satisfy about my own work. So I hope you understand children this story. So you have to satisfy whatever you have. Don't think more and don't think less. So this is the moral of the story. Next I will send the PDF of the questions and answers. So children, today I can stop here only. Bye children.